Not a problem. But that's why there's been a delay. Outside of that, for the person who asked where they could direct their hate, you can easily direct that hate to the person that I was going to discuss for maybe a few minutes before we get to the rest of the plan of the stream. The plan for the stream is to get rid of these weirdo ass niggas. I wanted to talk real small about Joey Swole. I also wanted to talk about the dancing gorilla nigga, which is weird as fuck. And then also after that, y'all can decide what we do, but we're most likely going to listen to Yeet after we're done with that. And then after that, maybe a video or two, and then we're going to hop into Sekiro. Maybe a video or two, or then we're going to hop into Sekiro. So, oh yeah, we got to watch the Jake Paul fight. We might do that after we're done talking about these niggas. We might do that. I made some Sekiro art review. Check Twitter and let me know what you think. This about to be the worst thing I ever seen in my life. But I'ma still listen. I'ma still look at it. Give me a second though. So one of my I don't know if it was a viewer on Twitch, a viewer on Twitch, viewer on YouTube, whatever the case may be. He's like 17 years old, right? He DM'd me on Twitter, and I don't want to read verbatim what he said. I'm trying to paraphrase it, but basically the nigga said, I've been watching you and I've been watching Adin for like the last year and a half, and I'm conflicted because your beliefs and your values kind of contradict what was and is like one of my favorite streamers on the platform for a long time. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, that's the craziest shit I ever heard, because I never in a million years would have thought Adin Ross and a viewer of mine would have had any type of crossover. I'm not saying we make entirely different content, but like idea-wise, I'm like, this nigga is nowhere near. Like, what the fuck do we have to talk about that a viewer would have crossover with, if that makes any sense? In my mind, I'm like, what the fuck? That's weird. But the nigga basically expressed confusion to me because he was getting all these different and new ideas from Adin Ross. And I'm like, well, what the fuck has Adin Ross been doing outside of streaming porn to kids? Which is crazy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I thought that would have been a nail in the coffin or the final straw. But I'm like, that's crazy as fuck. But then I'm like, okay, not really to watch porn like that. Like, me being exposed to porn, like one scene from Lana Rhoades or some shit like that at 17 ain't gonna completely, like, change my worldview. You know what I mean? But then I saw a clip. Of this nigga talking about a whole bunch of shit that this nigga just has zero idea about. And so I was going to just let it go, but then I saw this. And I just cringed into a million pieces. I cringed into a million fucking pieces. And I got to thinking, bro, there hasn't been a single content creator I've ever seen in my entire life that I've ever disliked, because I don't know these niggas. I don't know you. Bro, imagine me saying that I genuinely dislike someone that I don't know. We could talk about what you disagree with and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't like you or I hate you over some bullshit I don't even really know about. That's too much. But this nigga Adin Ross might be the only nigga I've ever seen in my entirety of content creation or just being on the internet in general that I can easily and strongly say I have a strong dislike or disdain for. He might be the only person, and that's very hard for me because I really don't be giving a fuck about niggas. I really hate niggas. I don't hate niggas, but I really hate giving energy and time to niggas. I really don't be caring. You know what I'm saying? So this is my response to my young brother who, reached out to me in the DM expressing confusion. I'm about to tell you where I stand on this weirdo ass little, whatever the fuck he is. For a long time, I've always thought that this nigga has been strange for the fake gay shit. You know what I'm saying? I thought that Soluminati was a little, what do you call him? Homophobic. The way he called Adin Ross out last year or whatever the case was. I don't remember when that was. But I thought that there was some truth to what he was saying. Because I'm like, oh shit. He right. When this nigga gets on here and pretends to be gay, Biden Ross is hilarious, and pretends to be gay, trying to make his male interviewers or male guests feel uncomfortable for comedy on his streams or whatever. I'm like, it's going to only appear to people who don't know these people that they have a problem with it because they're homophobic, which I'm sure most of them are. But the other side of that is pushing boundaries on people that aren't comfortable with it. You're doing too much for people who aren't consenting to either be touched, sat on, rubbed on, sexually harassed, accosted. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck that you're 19 or 20 years old saying some shit like that. You're weird. Why has the chat not been on this entire time? I am an asshole and I'm just a terrible streamer. Y'all haven't seen chat this entire fucking time. Holy shit. But I say all that to say that the nigga been weird in my opinion. And the permanent ban on this nigga I think is welcome because I don't think he's ever been a positive influence to any of the viewers he's ever had. I never thought that this nigga could be an unlikable, like literal piece of trash. And so what would have been my problem this time around is that, and I might be just alone in my opinion of this, but I don't like the whole fake gay shit, not because of homophobia, but because whenever there's a real life, like actual gay, and saying actual gay is fucking hilarious. It's the same as saying like Muslims. Like Muslim is just a funny thing to say because the way you say it can automatically determine my worldview of how you view this particular type of people. Like your pronunciation of that word lets me know you probably got some disdain to this group of people, and just the pronunciation is just funny as fuck. I haven't heard Muslim in so long. It's just funny as fuck. But gay is even funnier. I always thought that when it's an actual genuine gay nigga on one of these platforms on stream or on YouTube or something like that, they receive a ridiculous amount of hate.
Ain't weird, gang. You was trashing your horse on the Elden Ring playthrough.
Bro, chill. You made me lose my train of thought. Speaking of train, never mind. You made me lose my train of thought. But I was thinking about it like that. I'm like, these niggas get a ridiculous amount of hate and no positive, like, you know what I'm saying, outcome exists for them in that way. You know what I'm saying? No positive outcome exists for them in that way. But when this nigga pretends to be gay, he garners a fan base of people that are okay with and comfortable with men being like sexually harassed for young viewers' entertainment. And now he's preaching this anti-feminine, pro-masculine Andrew Tate rhetoric. When just a year ago, my nigga, you was just literally giving niggas lap dances on your streams. I've seen clips of this nigga kissing niggas that didn't consent to the shit. Making sexual jokes and saying all this extra shit to niggas that never agreed to it. And now you want to get on here talking about what a young man is supposed to be? That there are only two genders and that what's masculine and feminine and you just start punching a bag a week ago? What are you talking about? To my young brother that was expressing confusion about this, myself included, you should never in a million years ever take a streamer seriously at all. They're talking heads, myself included, on a platform that their viewers make them feel important enough to speak on real life situations that affect you in the real world. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can help direct you to people that are smarter than me, maybe, you know, so that you can get some real, true insight on a subject that you claim to feel passionate about. But these brain dead ass takes filled with just shit to make themselves feel bigger and better than they actually are, about communities that they never interact with and only hear about through comedians and Dave Chappelle specials. I don't think that this is the community for you to ever get that type of insight. Please go to a book or to a professor or a specialist or an activist or someone who's actually in the field about this type of shit. I know that this is an entertainment platform.
Bro literally shaved his head and played it off like he wasn't trying to be like Andrew Tate.
And that can be funny. Shaving your head seemed like a funny idea. But honestly speaking, go read a book. And I don't mean that to be funny. Please read. Please read.
On God, I've never taken anything Shawn has said seriously. Especially after hearing his music opinions.
Okay, dick sucker, but whatever. And so I was going to end it off just by saying that. I actually genuinely dislike and despise this nigga Adin Ross. I literally don't like this nigga. And it's hard for me to say that because he's just a content creator. I don't have any problems with any content creators. There's nothing bad about that. I really don't even have a problem with Sneeko. If y'all seen Sneeko's content years before this, you knew that this was eventually the destination that he was going to get to. You know what I'm saying? So to an extent, while I understand the marketing play that existed for Sneeko, and I know he's just as bad to a degree, if you watched a bit of Sneeko's content, you could see it was leading down this place for a while. I don't agree with Sneeko either, but it seems like a much more natural progression for him to end up during this path than it did for this nigga, who was literally just giving niggas lap dances a week ago. And so I see this video, the young nigga referenced this video as a point of contention or confusion from Adin Ross called Cancel Culture, which I have not seen yet. I think Sneeko is way worse, like from an idea perspective. But I think that Sneeko is getting to a point where he's starting to believe what he's saying. I don't think there is a point in my mind that actually believes, like, I don't take either of them seriously, but for some reason, it's so much more cringe coming from Adin Ross. I don't know why. It's just so much more cringe. It's the definition of that meme, finally pure cringe. That's all it is in my opinion. That's all it is in my opinion. So I'm looking at this, and we gonna see what this nigga talking about. So hopefully whatever thoughts that I have about this can maybe rid you of this point of contention that you have. I guess I just put that over myself, which I didn't mean to. My bad. And then I gotta minimize myself. See, L streamer, but I can admit it. Right? Brain rot incoming. Yeah, see, okay, if you've seen it and I haven't. You've seen it and I haven't.
What up, guys?
Like, seeing a nigga face, bro, just gave me a feeling. That's crazy. That don't be happening to content creators with me. Seeing a nigga face just made me cringe. I don't know why. Like, he's white. Sneeko watch. Y'all have got to stop saying that, because that nigga really gonna do something to himself at some point. Like, every point that this nigga Sneeko ever makes about masculinity or about being an alpha male is gonna be immediately and forever invalidated because he let his girl get fucked in front of him. And y'all never gonna let that go. Which you shouldn't. It's funny, but y'all never gonna let it go.
Blamed liberals for his bad behavior.
Like, that thing for Sneeko is the equivalent of, y'all remember the animal nigga who got beat up at the sandwich shop? And you go and look at his comments, every fucking post he makes, every fucking post that Brother Nature makes is, we ain't forget. Every single post this nigga makes, it's a comment, we ain't forget. We didn't forget. This nigga thought we forget. Sandwich shop. I bet you wish that you could feed that animal that you sit next to a sandwich. Knuckle sandwich. They do not. It's been 3 or 4 years, and niggas will not let it go. It's crazy. I really just would have deleted my account years ago. You forgot about him? My boy. I could take you through every single post that he's made. I don't know how long. That's really and I don't want to feel like this, but that's really the only reason I still follow Brother Nature. Because I want to see if there's ever going to be a point where niggas actually forget.
It's going down in here. I'm with the money team.
I really want to see if niggas actually forget, bro. I do. Because y'all gotta get over it at some point.
Don't know why Sneeko admitted that. I would have taken that to the grave after dying of shame.
Because I don't think that he knew that he was going to end up down his path.
I will never look Dax the same after getting Lil Broed by Tory Lanez.
I get that, but that really wasn't Dax's fault. Like, Dax, to me, the worst, like, sin he's ever committed is being, like, a corny rapper. I don't really think Dax has done anything. He just got caught in a shitty situation. He never claimed to be about that life, in my thoughts. Got ran up on for participating in a challenge that some egotistical rapper initiated. Most likely had guns on him. And decided that running or just saying sorry will be the best option. You know? Yeah, I just think Dax just makes bad music. But I don't think he's a bad person or a bad dude. Like, even when I was shitting on him and Tom McDonald for making that white rapper song, I think he commented under the video, like, laughing about it or some shit like that. He don't seem like a bad guy. He don't seem like a bad dude. Or don't take himself too serious. He just doing his thing. He just corny, though. And there's nothing wrong with being corny. Everybody, we all corny a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But let's see what this nigga's talking about. Because I don't think that my brain is going to... Let's just see.
Adin, I just want to say, man, this has been a very chaotic week for me. I've been canceled twice. I've been permanently banned on Twitch.
All right, I'm gonna just save myself the annoyance of saying what every 5 seconds by coming up with a response. One, if you got a multi-million-dollar deal on another platform that doesn't have any strict rules for what you say or do, you are not canceled. You have an entire platform that you can do whatever the fuck you want on, that I'm not preying on its downfall, but looks like the worst nightmare for a business you could ever look at if they're allowing you to stream a fucking Super Bowl, watch porn with your underage audience, and spam up slurs in your comment section, but you've been canceled, so you say.
But I also signed an amazing, great deal with my new platform, Kick, where I will be streaming full time.
What's the? Oh, my bad. Wait, I can't watch this. I'll just turn his face off. I'll just turn his face off. Can we hear his voice? Oh, that's bullshit. Oh well, it's too late. Not gonna lie, delete it, VOD. Or private it. Wait, how do I turn it off? Oh, I just do this. You saying I could watch? Well, there probably will be somebody. I ain't gotta delete nothing. Chat's allowing many streamers listen to banned streamers. It isn't TOS, just showing their faces. What? I don't think so. Yeah, that's what I thought. We've seen like I've seen tons of we've watched tons of banned streamers before. I think I'm fine. And like I said, if it does happen, then whatever the fuck, I don't care.
You guys know,
catch me on YouTube.
Link is in the bio, please, or the YouTube description. Please follow me over there. The mobile app is coming out March 3rd. It's gonna be amazing. But look, let's get into the video, okay? I made a tweet yesterday, okay? And let me show you the tweet really quick. I made a tweet and I said there are only 2 genders, and it did crazy numbers.
Hi, Boma.
Okay, it got a lot of likes and a lot of retweets. And if you look at the analytics, it got 47 million impressions. I just want to say this tweet is not targeted towards anybody, that is a part of the LGBTQ plus community at all. Because I've spoken to people who are gay and trans in the past 24 hours.
What the fuck? I thought he was about to say you know what the best cap is that I have gay friends or trans friends. That's the best cap. That's the best thing you should say. But like I saw or I communicated with one over the last day.
Blaming cancel culture instead of taking responsibility for his own actions as a grown man. L.
Like I talked to a couple in the past day. That was funny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. He a funny nigga, low key. That was crazy.
And they also agree with me that there's only two genders, male and female. When people are trans, they transfer from a
That's not a gender, my boy.
male to a female, or male to a or male to a female, or female to a male.
Yeah, that's a sex, my boy.
But what I'm trying to say is this. This tweet is targeted at the people trying to cancel people. This is cancel culture. I'm coming at cancel culture right now.
How would you be coming at cancel culture? What? Why is that the place that you directed this energy toward? If you just wanted to be like, y'all, you could have easily just said, y'all are so sensitive. Like, what? Why did they get the directed energy? Because you wanted to say niggas are quote unquote sensitive. I'm confused, gang. Like, how do you record this and then take yourself seriously? Think what you said made sense. Post it. Keep it up.
Now, I'm going to cancel culture. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I don't. And he gonna keep going like he's spitting.
Because this is a fact. It's not even a controversy that what I tweeted. It's a fact, bro. Scientifically proven, there's an X chromosome and an XY chromosome, okay, to make a male and a female. That
Science will never discuss social constructs because they constantly change. What are you talking about?
it's a fact. You cannot mess science up. You cannot dictate. You can't do that, bro, okay? It's a fact. It's also really sad because a lot of your guys' favorite creators and social media people all agree with me. They just can't say anything. They can't. Ask them right now. If they're live streaming, ask them right now.
Bro, if you ask the average trans person, they will agree with you about sex. But it's never going to be genuinely brought up in a social situation. That's why people are allowed to do that. Nobody walks around during social settings asking about people's biology. What is the point of this? I'm just confused because it's such low-hanging fruit. Why is this the first place that niggas go?
Dexter2 reporting Adin got banned on Twitch for showing his kick chat on stream for 20 minutes, which was filled with toes lol. And he said it was for no reason.
Adin got banned on Twitch for showing his kick chat on stream. Why would he do that?
And sex is a spectrum, it's not that simple. They just simplified for idiots like him.
Why would he do that?
And high schoolers, of course. What a weirdo.
I just don't get why is this the place that you have to go?
Shawn Adin shouldn't be giving anyone lessons. He literally thought Biden was the reason Roe v. Wade was overturned.
I think that was a joke. I don't think anyone's that stupid.
How many genders are there? They know the answer. They just can't. They can't say it. They're silenced right now.
That has to be a joke.
That's why you guys all need to come. Man, this tweet was not intended to hurt anybody except for the people that try to put others down and the people that just try to cancel people. This is intended to you guys, man. This is literally why I did it. I stated a fact, and the fact that it's so controversial is insane. When you're doing a gender reveal party, okay? It's either a purple or a blue powder that squirts.
Oh my God, there's no way this nigga's not serious. I thought he was going to try to make some arguments here. I didn't think that. No, I thought that he was. I didn't see the video going in that direction. I didn't. I saw the video going in a direction where he was going to discuss the reasons he believed that he was taken off of the platform. That's what I thought he was going to talk about. I didn't see this being the way. I didn't see this being that outcome. I didn't. I really, when I think about content creators that go down this conservative wormhole, like this ultra, almost fatherless behavior type route, which is crazy because a lot of these niggas have dads. A lot of them have fathers at the house. And it just be like, what's the separation, my brother? What is it? Why is this the route that you decided to go down? Even a nigga, what was his name? Rittenhouse? Don't he got both parents too? Why be the niggas with full able-bodied both parents in the house? And then they make these takes about niggas that have like one parent households, and the niggas with one parent household be more level headed than them. I'm stunned. I'm genuinely shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. I know it's lucrative. And the niggas I don't know if it's conservative, but I guess it's just anti everything, or we want to be able to say whatever we want to say with no consequence ass niggas who blindly support the narrative. I don't
Both
know,
parents
man.
doesn't cure genuine stupidity.
It should though. You got access to two niggas that have lived for at least, or usually, 15 to 20 years beyond you. That's like double the chance of receiving more information than only having
Can
one.
we watch you die a million times in Sekiro now? Screw music reactions. Music is mid anyways.
We gotta get to the yeet. Okay? We gotta get to the yeet. But since we down, again, like I said, we gotta go down the pipeline still. We gotta go down the pipeline still. Honestly, I feel like all these niggas are just hurt by their ex-girls. Possibly. I don't know. I can't say. It's just too easy of a pipeline to go down. So once we get to this stage of the weirdo niggas on Twitch and Adin fucking Ross.
Adin is just a fucking idiot. This dude doesn't have one genuine thought on anything. He just want attention and wanna go against the grain. Brother's brain is so smooth.
And I touched that nigga.
Yeah, but
It's going down in here. I'm with the money team.
niggas like this are so chronically on the internet that they don't realize the grain is the shit that they're thinking that is against the grain.